everyone, I'm Becky,
I'm Sarah,
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we're talking about Ali Hazelwood's Not in Love, which I got off of NetGalley.
and I got it off of Edelweiss.
So this book is about Rue, who is, she has a very unprivileged background. She had a very complicated childhood, and she got a scholarship and got to go away to college. And she studied different kinds of biochemistry, something. I studied children's literature. I don't really understand what they did. Ali Hazelwood seems like she's smarter than me because
She
she's from this world.
definitely is
She
smarter
is
than
definitely
me.
yes, because she is from this world of STEAM, this whole STEM career. But I have friends in that career, and I feel like she portrays it very realistically. So Rue also every so often just likes to anonymously hook up with guys from dating apps, and so she hooks up, tries to hook up with this guy, but there's some complications, so it doesn't happen. Um, and then the next day, guess what? He is one of the owners of a investment financial backing firm. See, again, stuff I don't know
I feel
about.
like I understand what's happening in the book, but if I to explain it, it's very
Right?
complicated and kind
Like,
of outside of my realm of knowing how things work.
and I feel like the author explained it really, really well, so it was easy to understand, but I don't understand it well enough to explain it. Like I understand it well enough to really enjoy the book, but so basically Eli owns this company. They have managed bought the debt that her mentor's company had gotten sold, and so they can take over the company if they find out that the mentor has done anything wrong. So what complicates things is Eli was the anonymous hookup. And Rue is very much about like, I don't want that life. I want to keep every parts of me separate. I'm happy with my career. I've got friends. Like this is great. But Eli, there's something about Eli. And Eli doesn't is kind of drawn to her. And so they start interacting and there's some feelings. But you've also got like it's possible that there's something going on in the company. And also like he's trying to destroy her friend and mentor, but he has reasons, and it kind of goes from there. I feel like that's the safest way to explain it.
Yeah. I found myself thinking about this book even when I wasn't reading it and wishing that I was reading it when I was reading other things. Like I really enjoyed this book. I really liked the aspect of this, like the STEM aspect, just because it is so well done and it's a world that I may not know about, but it's definitely a world that's important. And I think that, it makes STEM sexy, which I think is cool.
Right.
You don't typically think that.
Well, and like all of her characters to be in these worlds are smart. So, like that makes it fun.
Yes. I love that
Um,
they're smart. I wish I
and
was that smart.
and like she's from academia, so like she's smart, so it's properly portrayed. I have a friend who works in that STEM world and is like the only woman in her office, and like the stories she tells me, these very accurately portray the way women are treated in these fields.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten to where I've read like everything by Ali Hazelwood. I really enjoy her books.
I
Um,
haven't. I'm new to Ali Hazelwood, but I'm loving it. I'm digging it.
Well, and I told Sarah there is a like a throwaway line that references Liam and Mara from Under One Roof, which Sarah's like, I don't know what you're talking about, and I was super excited. I also said, I have a lot of them on audiobook because like when I'm totally fried and I'm stuck in traffic, like Ali Hazelwood is a good like I'm just like I'll start listening to that. But it's steamy, but I liked the way it was written. I liked all the secondary characters. I kind of wonder if she's going to do another book in this world with Eli's little sister.
I would be cool with it. I think like with this book though, it was good in that it didn't follow, not to say the tropes, but it didn't follow what I expected. Like Eli wasn't the broody main character that I expected. He was far more sweet, but like it worked. Like it worked. It made him interesting and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, he was not like your caricature follows everything that you expect in this context, which was really cool. Also like the spicy scenes were good and they were I think she said in the note at beginning like she thought it was more like erotica than like
I
romance or
don't
something. She
remember.
made a comment about it, and like I could see that. Like it was a little bit spicier. Like I don't know. Anyway, so there was that kind of going on, but there was also it was just it didn't follow like oh, and then the traumas that they had like when they described the traumas like at first I was like oh well that's not like super over the top. But the thing is, like our traumas don't have to be, and like they can
Right.
still really impact who we are as people. And like I appreciated that about this book that like yeah, on the surface of it, it didn't seem like overly dramatic, but like it didn't need to be. And what they were experiencing was dramatic for them. It was traumatic for them. And like so I really kind of appreciated that it didn't have to be this like over the top thing, but really it is over the top in their life and like seeing how it kind of expressed itself in how both Rue and Eli interacted with the world was very interesting.
Well, and I feel like you also kind of the nail on the head because the fact that like their backstories weren't like just overly dramatic and like their interactions aren't overly dramatic. It made them feel more real.
Yeah. It
Um,
wasn't trauma porn. Like
it
it was
wasn't trauma porn. Because and that's something like if we ever have our podcast, something I find interesting, like there for a while, like all of the male romance leads were like seriously like abused as children. Like that was like there was like I read like 5 books, like that was the thing. And I'm like, but okay, but and that is something a voice that needs to be heard, but don't romanticize it.
well, like I don't know, and I appreciated this book because it made me check myself because I was like, "Oh, that's it." And I'm like, "No, but like that's a big thing."
Right. Yeah.
Like that's a big thing. And like so it really I appreciated that I had to check myself as far as like, why am I judging their trauma? That's messed up. What is this book world doing to me?
True. So, I'm trying to feel like is there anything else? But like I said, I liked the characters, I liked the romance, I liked the interactions, I liked all of his second like all of his friends. And
Yeah.
I kept trying to figure out if any of them were from another book, and I don't think so. So, so we should just rate it. Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it is a horse. Where are you?
I'm at 4 unicorns. I really enjoyed it.
I'm at like 4 as well, and I don't know why I'm not quite a 5. And I just because like a 5, like there's just like it's got to grab me like in an instant. And this was fast. I read it fast. I liked it, but I just there's something that it's like a 4.5. It's not quite a 5.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not giving it a 5.
Yeah, we talked about that with Paradise Problem too. Remember, we were like, we both like it's so good, but it's just not quite there. So
Yeah, I don't
that is where we are
know. Because
on.
it's not, I guess my thing is because I'm not like chasing people down the street like you have to read
Yes,
this. Not that like I wouldn't recommend it. Like I do enjoy it and
right.
I think people should read it. It's just not one of those books that I can't stop talking about, if that makes
I
sense.
also really like the covers of her books. I don't know. There's something like pop arty that like appeals to
Yeah.
me. But that is where we are and not in love, and we'll see you around.
See ya.
Bye.